World War II, otherwise a Yugo M57 bipod, because that's all I could find. But yeah, basically what we used up to Vietnam, through Vietnam from World War II. They got a couple different rounds. These are rounds that I make, mostly 3D printed, that I designed, and they got chalk tips on them, so hopefully we'll see where we hit. They use a 20 gauge blank that we load up with different amounts of powder. These are original training rounds. They're just a solid cast iron. And then I have these special charges for the bottom that screw in the bottom that Bonetti Ordnance makes. I don't have any sights for it, so we're just kind of pointing and shooting. Put your fingers straight back. The real way to do it is to drop it. When you release, you bring your hand down. That way there's no way to take your fingers out. So keep that in mind if you get a chance to shoot these. Other than that, you don't slam it in. You just set it that far and just release. The weight, gravity does the rest. You don't throw it in. They equate that to like jerking the trigger on a rifle. And if you watch some slow-mo, especially the 81s, you'll see the tube like sway back and forth from people throwing rounds in. So we're shooting pretty light loads. Typically, you'd have the charge in them is called charge 0, and then there's a few different kinds of increment. Sometimes they call them donut charges or cheese charges that just are more powder bags added on to increase the weight. But we want to find our rounds to reuse them. We don't want to send them over the hill, so we're not doing that. Yeah, that's all I got. Cut. Hanging, firing. Fired. On top. Yeah. Aaron. Now, this is supposed to go 800 meters. You get into trigger fire versus drop fired, but for the most part, it's a tube with a fixed firing pin. You're dropping the round, getting your hands out of the way. You got a Russian 50 millimeter. It's a little different. Instead of adjusting the range by changing the angle of the barrel, you open and close a gas valve. So how much gas you vent controls the range. And then this special piece is an Italian from the 1930s. It's more of a grenade thrower than a mortar. They would put the bomb in there, and then a magazine feeds a blank cartridge in here, and when you close it, it fires on closing. So it had a 3-man crew, one guy loading the bombs, one guy operating it, and one guy, I don't know, talking to him. This is the shape of the original bomb, very small. As soon as rifle grenades matured, this was obsolete because every soldier could carry a bomb this size and fire it from their service rifle. But it's neat. Oh. You'll
Hang it on one, charge one!
Nice and slow. It'd be cool to have them